It was my first time in Vietnam and we chose to celebrate our second wedding anniversary and my birthday in Hanoi. Upon arriving, we took a taxi from the airport and checked in our hotel in the Hanoi Old Quarter. On our first day, we went on a food tour to experience Hanoi's local cuisine. We started with a bowl of pho gakko or dried chicken noodle and pho bo or beef noodle soup. Then we walked to a store that serves bun cha. Bun means small noodles and cha means barbecue, hence it consists of rice vermicelli noodles and grilled pork patties which you dip in a sweet and sour broth. This instantly became one of my favorite Vietnamese dishes because of its well-balanced flavor. Next was dessert. We had che, a sweet soup with beans, jelly, and tapioca. We also had banh mi, Vietnam's version of a crispy baguette sandwich. We were already full by this time, so we picked a lighter version with egg omelette filling. Of course, we wouldn't miss having egg coffee in Hanoi. We made our way to Cafe Min to try this creamy, frothy egg mixture whipped with sugar and Vietnamese coffee. It was both rich and velvety, a perfect end to our culinary tour. We then made it to the train street. It's lined with cafes, local shops, and homestays where we got to watch the train pass by very closely while sipping our drinks on the side of the railway. A famous landmark in Hanoi is St. Joseph's Cathedral. It was built during the French colonial period and a classic work of Gothic architecture in Vietnam. From the church, we took a cyclo to Hoan Kiem Lake. Hoan Kiem Lake translates to Lake of the Returned Sword based on a local folklore. It was late afternoon already when we got here, so the weather was cooler and perfect timing to walk around. As it got dark, the place was filled with family and friends having picnic, playing around, and enjoying the night. The next day, we took a ride through the Vietnamese countryside to Ha Long Cruise Port for our Ha Long Bay cruise. We stopped by a pearl shop that features different kinds of pearl, where I bought a pair of pearl earrings for myself as a souvenir. After the drive, we arrived at the harbor and boarded our boat where we had lunch. Ha Long Bay is a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for emerald waters and limestone karst. Our first stop was Luon Cave. It has a natural tunnel that leads to a lake surrounded by limestone mountains and lush vegetation. Kayaking can be done here, but we opted to just ride a small boat to go inside. Next was Song Sot Cave, also known as the Surprise Cave. To enter, we did a short hike up a series of stone steps. The cave's massive interior was filled with impressive stalactites and stalagmites. The cave's size and the play of light inside were mesmerizing. Our last stop was Treetop Island. We trekked a few hundred steps to the observation deck to get a panoramic view of Ha Long Bay's emerald waters dotted with several islands and boats. We headed back to the port just in time for sunset and had drinks and some bites aboard the cruise. For our last day, we went to see Ninh Binh's natural landscapes and historical landmark. Hoa Lu, Vietnam's old capital, is located in Ninh Binh province. Here, we visited Dinh King Temple, which was dedicated to the first emperor of Vietnam and includes 3 main shrines in its complex. Next, we boarded a sampan boat to cruise around Trang An. The area has a network of caves and waterways passing through pagodas and temples. It is often referred to as Ha Long Bay on land. As a matter of fact, some parts of Trang An was used as filming location of the movie Kong Skull Island. The whole ride covers around 20 kilometers and lasts for about 2 hours. I really enjoyed our serene and scenic boat ride along Sao Ke River while indulging in the stunning landscape we passed by. Our third stop was Ngoa Long Mountain. It is also known as Lying Dragon Mountain, and we climbed almost 500 steps to get an amazing view from the top. On our last night in Hanoi, we had dinner at La Badienne, a Michelin-recommended French restaurant with fusion cuisine. We got the 5-course menu and it was the best. For amuse-bouche, we had salmon gravlax with citrus and pink peppercorn, ginger red onion, beetroot, and iodized dill chantilly in sesame crust. Our first starter was scallops and prawns ravioli with grilled chorizo and ratatouille, lemon leaf peanut crumble in smoked paprika bisque emulsion. The second starter was duck foie gras terrine, lychee, and red fruit frangipan in amaretto liquor, blackcurrant glaze, and saffron emulsion. Then for our main course, we had lacquered 5 peppers, Australian beef tenderloin in truffle oil pea risotto, and mustard mushroom duxelle. And lastly for dessert, we had thyme raspberry and strawberry crumble violet lime sorbet. It was indeed a memorable birthday dinner and perfect way to cap off our Hanoi trip.